Blind Kyle checking in. Hope everybody's having a great morning so far. So I've had a few questions or people come to me and ask why the nonprofit, why the 501c3, why not just keep the C-Swell LLC that I had, and I don't understand it completely. In fact, I don't really understand it at all. But being a 501c3 nonprofit allows me to apply for governmental grants, and instead of through the LLC, I still kind of had that option to apply for these grants, but it's a lot more difficult. Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons. But really the biggest reason why to create the 501c3 nonprofit is because I'm not, how do I say this, chasing money, right? Yes, of course, I would like to have, be financially stable, live a, normal, I guess, productive, whatever normal means, life. But I do not care to drive. Well, a Tesla would be really cool in the future because they're self-driving and it would allow me to not need Lyft rides. I'm not obsessed with making a lot of money, right? That's never been something that I'm like, I just don't care, right? Like I said, I do want to live a normal, productive life. And my ultimate goal is to get to where I'm financially stable and I'm able to buy a house down here with my dad. My dad and I can't say how grateful I am for the relationship, the experience that we've gone through together. And so, what I'm trying to do is get to a place to where I can buy a house down here in St. Pete. I want to be able to have a guest bedroom for Jameson, right? That's why I do everything. That's why I'm doing all of what I do right now, is so that when Jameson gets old enough to ask questions and be curious about where his dad's at, he could reach out and I could tell him that I have a guest bedroom, right here in St. Petersburg, Florida, that he's more than welcome to come down whenever he wants. He could live with me. Financially, I'm obviously not there yet, but hey, Jameson, I love you. This is why I'm doing everything, man. And I'm not going to go into all the drama, but again, so that's to answer those questions. The 501c3 nonprofit, it allows me to apply for governmental grants, but really the main purpose is because I'm not really obsessed with being a millionaire or and having nice trucks and stuff, man. That's how I used to live. I used to be completely consumed with materialistic things, how pretty my girlfriend was, or and today my life it's about the small connections that I'm able to make throughout the day, period. I just said period because I'm so used to texting and said, oh my God, that was stupid. That's why I do everything, is again to get myself to where I have a house down here with a guest bedroom so that Jameson can come be down here whenever he wants, live down here if he would like. I'd love that. But in saying that, guys, my Atlanta friends, my Augusta friends, any other people, very soon, within the next couple years, I will have a guest bedroom for you to come stay in. But right now, if any of my Atlanta, Kennesaw friends would like to come down, I do have a connection with the owner of a small mom and pop hotel on Treasure Island. It's probably like one of the last ones left on Treasure Island. And that connection is made through, they're helping me out with the C-Swell Foundation, right? Part of the C-Swell Foundation will be to house the family of visually impaired, because all blind people don't live here in St. Pete. I want to be able to provide an opportunity for the family to come down here to Treasure Island and have a vacation. And I know that visually impaired blind people can be a lot. We take a lot of attention. We need help with weird tasks, obviously. So another part of the whole program, right, is for me to hang out with the visually impaired, kid or whoever it is, and spend the day, either fishing or doing really whatever they want to do. And also give the families of the visually impaired a vacation from life, and that give them the weekend off of having to take care of their visually impaired son or brother or mom or whatever. So yeah, that's why the 501c3 nonprofit. The legal part of all of this has been so confusing and stressful, I guess you could say, because I'm very passionate about all this. So it's hard for me not to get overwhelmed. So I'm looking for volunteers too. I need a lot of help when it comes to technology stuff. As I slowly get better at doing this technology stuff and learning to type and in emails and all of that, like, it is very good to be learning all that, but still, as a visually impaired person, like entering in somebody's address that orders a shirt or a hat or whatever, obviously I can't like double check that, you know? So I need, volunteers and help when it comes to stuff like that. But I am officially out of all the shirts. When I moved here in last July, I spent a couple grand buying hats and shirts, and now officially the last one has been sold. I do have some hats left over, but I'm not shipping them. If you would like a hat and you live here in St. Pete, I'll try to get it to you. But I'm not shipping any more hats. That's too much for a blind person to do. When I get somebody that would like to help, I'll start shipping hats. So that's my ramble for the day. My life is about the small connections that I'm able to make throughout the day. I was just in a Lyft ride and I got dropped off, and the lady was in tears saying like how amazed she was with me and blah blah blah, right? If all it takes for me to help inspire somebody to meditate or inspire somebody to I don't know, not be depressed, whatever, is for me to be kind throughout the day and smile and laugh and just be lighthearted, because that's all that happened. Like, she was giving me a ride home from Crunch Fitness, and I can't even remember what the frick we were talking about. But because I was like lighthearted and she said I had a pretty smile, she thought that was amazing. That I'm blind, going to the gym, talking and laughing, So yeah, sorry, I know that was a lot longer than I anticipated. Hope everybody's having a blessed day.